Resources and Natural Resources. Honorable Deputy Minister, we duly acknowledge your presence. We will go ahead and listen to the brief story of B5 Plus, DPSI Care Foundation, and what has led to our arriving at this very important point in industrialization in our beloved country, Ghana. As we go along as well, I'll be paying my respects to some chiefs of various state-owned organizations who are here to support His Excellency's commissioning. And now at this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome here Mr. Vishal Fakwani, who is the Chief of Staff of B5 Plus, to share with us the history of B5 Plus and the DPS International Care Foundation. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Ministers of State, members of the Diplomatic Corps, our revered traditional authorities, distinguished captains of industry, esteemed members of the media, hardworking staff of B5 Plus, ladies and gentlemen, it is with profound gratitude and deep humility that I stand before you today. Nearly 25 years ago, B5 Plus began with a simple but determined vision to manufacture locally what Ghana was importing. Our journey started modestly, producing nails that were at the time imported from the neighboring countries. What began as a small manufacturing effort has today grown into Ghana's leading steel and iron production groups. Today, B5 Plus does not only produce for the Ghanaian market, we are a proud exporter serving the broader West African region. We manufacture a comprehensive range of steel products. Indeed, we have become a one-stop industrial hub for iron and steel in Ghana. In 2018, at this very site, we commenced our operations and installed the production lines for rebars, prefabrication materials, and wire rod coils. From this mill, we now serve not only Ghana, but the entire West African sub-region. In 2022, we took a bold decision to revive United Steel, a facility that had been dormant for years. Through strategic reinvestment and restructuring, we brought the plant back into production. Today, United Steel is fully operational, producing rebars and employing hundreds of Ghanaians there. This is what industrial revival looks like. This is what confidence in Ghana's future looks like. This expansion reflects our alignment with Your Excellency's vision of a productive, self-reliant, and round-the-clock industrial Ghana. B5 Plus remains unwavering in its commitment to delivering high-quality products, maintaining globally competitive standards, ensuring affordability for Ghanaian consumers and businesses, expanding employment opportunities. Our objective is clear: to support national infrastructure development, strengthen mining value chains, and reduce dependency on imported steel products. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, from producing simple nails nearly 25 years ago to becoming a regional steel exporter, this journey reflects not only corporate growth, but Ghana's industrial potential. We remain committed partners in building a resilient and industrialized Ghana. Long live Mother Ghana, long live Ghanaian industry, and may God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
God bless our homeland, Ghana, indeed. Shall we appreciate the Chief of Staff of B5 Plus? Your Excellency, on a very light note, we do realize that the young people of this country are studying the structure of government very seriously. So now we see a Chief of Staff here who probably is aspiring to become a Chief of Staff later in life. Shall we do a big round of applause for him one more? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good people of Ghana, today we're also joined here by quite a heavy number of CEOs in corporate Ghana. And I would like to acknowledge the presence of the convener of the CEOs Network, which is the biggest gathering of business leaders in this country. Mr. Ernest de Graaf Tijiri is here to support us, Your Excellency. Dr. Edward Nate Boche is the Managing Director of APSA Ghana. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? We also duly acknowledge the presence of the Managing Director of EcoBank Ghana, Abnao Seipoku. Please do a big round of applause for her. We say a very big welcome as well to the Managing Director of Fidelity Bank Ghana, Mr. Julian Opuni. Dr. Mary Awusi is the CEO of the Ghana Free Zones Authority. Please do a big round of applause. Dr. Simon Maji is the CEO of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC. Oh yeah, sure. On another very light note, I know GTech will be coming after Mr. Simon Maji. Mr. Simon Maji, the CEO of GIPC. Shall we do one more big round of applause? The acting CEO of the Energy Commission, who are also very excited at this very major chapter in our history, is here. Adjoa Bonzi, the acting CEO. As we go along, we'll be doing some more acknowledgements. But at this time, I'd like to welcome here the students of DPS International to perform for us a very beautiful dance. Shall we do a big round of applause as we welcome them?
Another week is here on the greatest of all time show. My name is Giovanni Clip, and tonight we're bringing you talent. Contestant number 1, let's bring Baby Girl. Let's bring. You did it for you.
Cut. Oh, there is a leakage.
Where's the plumber? For quality and durability, insist on Syntex pipes.
If you want quality, this be where you belong.
Strong, tough, and reliable. Your perfect match to your trusted Syntex pipe. Syntex pipe, it they carry water, no wahala. Syntex pipe, it they make water they flow. Syntex, and you're strong, and you're tough.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
When I was young, I asked my mother the secret of hair vitality and health. She said, the right food, the right exercise, the right amount of sleep, and the right blood tonic. Nescafe Blood Tonic is effective for the treatment of anemia, lack of appetite, and stressful conditions in both adults and children.
Nescafe Blood Tonic, the right family blood tonic. Another quality product from Ernest Chemists. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Shall we do a big round of applause for our highly talented kids from the DPS International School, which is also making many waves in education, giving us the best products, and also being very competitive in many international stages, including the Spelling Bee. Your Excellency, excellencies here gathered, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we're also enjoying massive support from our security services, and we duly acknowledge the presence of our friends from the Ghana Immigration Service. SEPS Division of GRA, the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, and the Ghana Armed Forces. Shall we do a big round of applause for them? We duly acknowledge the presence of the Honourable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, a sitting Member of Parliament, as well, Honourable Emmanuel Amakofibwa.
Imagine a family without a home. Imagine a song without a voice. Imagine a church without prayers. Imagine a government without citizens. Imagine democracy without journalists. Imagine a world without the media. Life is full of issues and stories about people, communities, and governments. Stories that have to be told by well-trained journalists. That's why you can't imagine news without Joy News.
To deliver us credible, reliable power for the expansion of our industries. And Your Excellency, I say this with passion because I made this plea 8 years ago and it wasn't done. But I know, as we commissioned and named you here when you came to Afia, we called you John Dramani Ode Opio Mahama, meaning he who says and does. We know that if you give a commitment on reliable power, it will be done, because that is your hallmark. Your Excellency, also water is a critical part of their production. The smelter needs a lot of water. Currently, B5 has to do a number of tankers to Aveime every day, increasing their cost of production. If we get water that is reliable here, the factories will pay for the expansion project. And so we'll be excited to have some water also dedicated for them. Your Excellency, the last one I will say has to do with the import substitution policy of government, where we are producing locally what others are importing. But they can only compete when the taxation regime is favorable enough for them. I know that my sister, Trade and Industry Minister, will work closely with Finance Minister so that we can see how well, when they are producing locally things that we import, which will save the currency, we will get some support for the company. But Your Excellency, we are excited and grateful to B5 for the work that they have done. And I'm sure that Mr. Takwani would, after today's program, employ another 200 or 300 of my constituents, so that at least going into the 2028 election, I know I have some 300 more votes plus their families. Hello, everyone. Mr. President, they said they will vote for you again. Mr. President, I just asked my people if they will vote for you again. They said yes, they will vote for you again. But Your Excellency, apart from the ask, we want to say thank you. Mr. Takwani has told me how grateful he is. This investment is only possible because over the last 14 months, the economy has been stable. He has been able to attract investment because of the stability of the economy, the stability of the currency, projections that can be made. This is the reset agenda that we voted for. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and we are most grateful. Honorable Sam Nate George, Member of Parliament for Ningo Prampram Mochumio. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, we are here joined by a good set of friends from the diplomatic community. And today, one of them stands in great pride because this has originated from his country. It's my pleasure to now welcome the Chargé d'Affaires of the Indian High Commission of Ghana to give us a brief message of goodwill. With a big round of applause, please help me welcome His Excellency V.N. Parameswaran.
Your Excellency, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, the Honorable President of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Ministers and Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a distinct honor and privilege to represent the High Commission of India in Accra at this landmark occasion, the commissioning of B5 Plus Limited's steel ball mill and section mill manufacturing plant. At the outset, I extend my warmest wishes to the board, management and staff of B5 Plus Limited on this remarkable achievement. I would also like to acknowledge the journey of founder and chairman, Mr. Mukesh Takwani, as an entrepreneur of Indian origin who chose Ghana as home, invested with confidence and built one of West Africa's leading steel enterprises, a powerful example of the enduring people-to-people ties between our two countries. B5 Plus is not merely an Indian success story in Ghana. It's a Ghanaian success story with Indian roots, a shining illustration of how diaspora entrepreneurship can contribute meaningfully to national development. Over the years, the company has created thousands of jobs, strengthened local value chains, supported key sectors including construction and mining, and most importantly, has actively pursued its corporate social responsibilities. The commissioning of this state-of-the-art plant marks yet another milestone. By producing high-quality steel products locally, Ghana moves a step ahead in enhancing its supply chain resilience, reduction of imports, conservation of foreign exchange, and strengthening its industrial capacity. It gives me immense pleasure to see that an Indian company is part of this journey to Ghana's growing manufacturing strength and regional leadership. Excellencies and ladies and gentlemen, the historic visit of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, to Ghana in 2025 marked a defining chapter in our bilateral engagement. During this landmark visit, our two countries elevated their ties to a comprehensive partnership, first such elevation by India in West Africa region. This milestone reflects expanding cooperation across trade and investment, defense and security, digital public infrastructure, healthcare, education, and capacity building. India-Ghana economic engagement has been marked by strong momentum. In the third quarter of the Indian financial 2025-26, bilateral trade has surpassed $5 billion, positioning both countries on track for a record year and affirming their commitment to doubling trade over the next 5 years, announced during the state visit of Honorable PM Modi. India's development experience offers perspectives that resonate with Ghana's aspirations. Through self-reliant India, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat, India has taken huge strides to strengthen domestic manufacturing, encourage innovation, and build resilient supply chains while remaining globally integrated. For us, self-reliance means empowering domestic industries to compete confidently on the global stage. Honorable Prime Minister Modi's vision of Vikasit Bharat, that's a developed India by the centenary of its independence, emphasizes advanced manufacturing, infrastructure expansion, digital transformation, green growth, and inclusive human development. It's a vision that combines economic ambition with social progress. Ghana's own industrial drive mirrors many of these priorities. Companies like B5 Plus Limited demonstrate how private sector leadership, supported by an enabling policy environment, can accelerate industrial transformation. As proud democracies of the global south, India and Ghana can aspire not only to grow individually but to shape a more equitable global order. Together we can amplify the voice of developing nations, advocate fair trade systems, strengthen South-South cooperation, and promote sustainable industrialization rooted in national priorities and local empowerment. The story of Mukesh Takwani and B5 reflects this spirit. The blending of Indian enterprise and Ghanaian opportunity, the convergence of trust, resilience, and shared ambition. It's a symbol of what our comprehensive partnership can achieve when governments and private sector work hand in hand. The spirit of India-Ghana partnership has been beautifully captured by Honorable PM Modi in his address to the Ghana Parliament in July 2025. India and Ghana share a dream. A dream where every child gets opportunities, where every voice is heard, where nations rise together, not apart. In conclusion, I once again congratulate B5 Plus Limited on this landmark achievement. May this facility contribute to Ghana's industrial rise, regional prosperity, and the continued strengthening of India-Ghana friendship. Long live the friendship between India-Ghana, long live the solidarity and shared progress of the global South. Thank you.
We're grateful to the Chargé d'Affaires of the Indian High Commission here in Accra, Ghana. Thank you very much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we build up to the official commissioning of the second phase of this humongous project, which is also a very big chapter within the story of the 24-hour economy, which is an initiative by His Excellency the President, we sure are going to get messages from related agencies of state and also related industries. Before that, however, at this time, I'd like to welcome here to the podium the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, who's also the Acting Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, who also serves the people of the Elembele constituency in the Western region as their Member of Parliament. Please help me with a round of applause to welcome the Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic, President John Mahama, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Members of Parliament, Naname, I will stand on all the existing protocols. Your Excellency, I know that we wrapped up the maiden edition of the Local Content Summit, a platform created to open doors of opportunity for greater Ghanaian participation in the mining value chain in line with your agenda. As you stated, industrialization is a huge part of that reset framework, because without it, there is no lasting prosperity for our people. Your Excellency, your presence here today and a few days ago in Takoradi at the local summit sends a strong and consistent message that under your leadership, industrialization is not just a slogan, but a priority. Your unwavering commitment to value addition continues to inspire confidence within Ghanaians' private sector and among investors who are watching to see whether Ghana is serious about manufacturing. Today we gathered in the industrial city of Pram to witness what began as a modest operation, which has grown into one of Ghana's most recognized manufacturing brands. Through vision and resilience, B5 Plus has distinguished itself as a key player in our industrial landscape. Let me congratulate the board and management. The company has created thousands of direct and indirect jobs. Today, when we see a B5 Plus truck on the road, we know that behind that truck are Ghanaian drivers, loaders, salesperson, Ghanaian families whose livelihood depend on it. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is significant because steel is not just another commodity. Steel is fundamental to everything we seek to build as a nation. Without a strong steel base, industrial transformation cannot be sustained. This is why strategic investments such as this new facility are fully aligned with government's broader industrial and economic agenda. Let me paint a picture for you. Ghana has significant iron ore deposits in OT, Upper East, Northern and Western regions. They have remained largely undeveloped for decades. And this, by God's grace and by the leadership of President Mahama, will change. government is committed to developing a fully integrated iron and steel industry in Ghana, one that connects upstream oil development with downstream steel manufacturing. This is where Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation, GISTEC, comes to mind. To the board and management of B5, I want to encourage B5 Plus to strengthen your collaboration with GISTEC to ensure alignment with our national strategy, sustainable raw material planning and coordinated sector growth. I also want to entreat you to consider partnering with GISTEC in upstream iron and mining beneficiation. Backward integration will secure reliable raw material supply, strengthen Ghana's value chain, and create additional employment and increase foreign exchange. As we celebrate its expansion and growth, we must also take note of our responsibilities. Industrial growth must be inclusive, benefiting not just shareholders but workers, communities, and the nation at large. It must also be sustainable, protecting the environment for future generations. And industrial growth must be compliant, respecting the laws, regulations that protect our people and our planet. Because when the industry grows responsibly, everybody wins. Government is ready to support responsible investors prepared to unlock Ghana's iron ore industry. Our objective is very clear: to mine Ghana's iron ore, process it locally, manufacture steel domestically, and use it to build a stronger Ghana. Your Excellency, let me once again thank you for your leadership, for leading Ghana to our industrialization dream that has eluded us for years. I thank you. May God bless our homeland, Ghana.
We're grateful to you, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibwa, who is the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? It's now my pleasure to welcome here the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, who also serves the people of the Teshiman North constituency as their Member of Parliament. Of course, a day like this is one which is very key for her in terms of collaboration and in terms of achievement. And as being one who is very passionate about the industrialization agenda of the government, today marks a very important chapter in her work. With a big round of applause, please help me welcome the Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare.
Thank you very much, Ni. Your Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, Ni Me Na Me, Members of the Diplomatic Corps, CEOs, hearing present, the Chairman, Management, and staff of B5 Plus Limited, great captains of industry, friends from the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with great honor and profound pleasure that I welcome His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the great President of the Republic of Ghana, to the sacred town of Lapleku in the Ningo Pram area, a community that is steadily emerging as a vibrant hub for transformative industrial development. Your Excellency, in a remarkably short period of just a year, your government reset agenda has visibly revitalized and reshaped Ghana's industrial landscape, driving progress, investment, and opportunity across the nation. For this remarkable achievement, we proudly say, Ayiko Mo Ni Ajuma. As the minister responsible for trade, agribusiness, and industry, I stand here today with a deep sense of purpose. Our ministry's mandate is to work hand in hand with private sector, from ideation to policy design, to factory floor and market access. Today, that journey has brought us to this significant milestone, the commissioning of phase 2 of B5 Plus steel plant. Your Excellency, the commissioning of phase 2 expansion of B5 Plus steel plant is a moment I have personally looked forward to. Through the policy engagement to the groundwork laid by this company, my ministry has had a front row seat to the determination and resilience that has made today possible. It is immensely gratifying to see that determination translate into concrete steel and commissioned machinery. When I assumed this portfolio, one of my first priorities was to assess the state of our industrial base, what was working, what challenges persisted, and what foundations needed urgent reinforcement. The findings were sobering in parts, yet brimming with potential. Ghana possesses abundant human capital, strategic market access, and entrepreneurial drive, qualities that position us to become a major industrial force in Africa. What has often been lacking is policy coherence, secure access to high-quality raw materials, and a government prepared to make bold, decisive intervention. Your Excellency, you have all these answers. Let's give it up to him. One of the most consequential intervention of the government of H.E. John Dramani Mahama is the Feed the Industry program under the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness, and Industry, which I proudly lead. This is a structured approach to ensuring that domestically available raw materials, particularly metals and agro-produce, are directed first to our local processors rather than exports in its raw form. For too long, scrap metals that could feed the furnaces of plants like this one were being shipped overseas, depriving local manufacturers of critical inputs and forcing costly foreign exchange imports of what was already available at our doorstep. I wish to commend His Excellency the President for the bold decision by Cabinet to ban the export of non-ferrous materials. This is a big feather in your cap, Your Excellency. This decisive intervention is already redirecting vital feedstock to local industry, and it has given Feed the Industry program the teeth it needs to deliver real results. Beyond raw materials, my ministry is also focused on creating the high market condition for our manufactured goods to be completed. Through the Accelerated Export Development Program and Made in Ghana initiative, we are currently facilitating access to the regional continental market under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. A facility like this one, which has the capacity to supply not just Ghana, but the wider sub-region, is precisely the kind of enterprise that stands to benefit enormously from expanded markets under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Your Excellency, during my recent engagement with exporters and steel manufacturers, several critical concerns were highlighted, including persistent delay in payment from neighboring countries and various non-tariff barriers that continue to hinder smooth cross-border trade. I wish to assure you and the entire business community that we have already initiated high-level discussion with my counterpart ministers across the sub-region under your direction. These engagements are promising and progressing steadily, and we are confident that meaningful resolution will be achieved in the near future, paving way for more efficient, predictable, and barrier-free regional trade. We have been deliberate about running a responsive ministry, one that is genuinely open to industry and attentive to specific operational challenges. Some others are concerned with electricity tariff and land litigation. I am so excited today, Your Excellency, to have under one roof the Minister for Energy, the Minister for Lands, whom I have initiated discussion to resolve these programs. Even as we give it up to them, the results will come very quickly. Your Excellency, I'm also pleased to highlight a significant financial win for the sector. Following active engagement with the Ministry and the Bank of Ghana, the validity period for repatriation of export proceeds has been extended from 60 to 120 days. Your Excellency, this is making our industry very competitive on the international market. Hitherto, when you exported your goods outside of town, you were supposed to repatriate all the export proceeds within 60 days. So our industries could not compete by giving longer credit. Now the negotiation between the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Trade and Agribusiness and the Bank of Ghana has yielded a 120-day relief for industry. Before I conclude and give way to the proceedings, I wish to place on record the Ministry's deep appreciation for the support of the traditional authorities and the people of Lapleku. Hosting industrial investments of this scale requires patience, goodwill, and a long-term outlook. To the hard-working workers of this facility, you are the ones who convert investment into outputs and policy into products. The Ministry is committed to ensuring that Ghana's industrialization serves you well, with dignified employment, skills development, and opportunity for advancement. Finally, to the board, management, and stakeholders of B5 Plus Limited, accept my heartfelt congratulations on this proud milestone. You have shown what becomes possible when entrepreneurial courage aligns with a supportive policy environment like the one created by Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I urge you to keep expanding, innovating, and setting the benchmark for Ghanaian industry, especially in the area of the 24-hour economy. I thank you very much.
We're grateful to you, Honorable Elizabeth Mufosu Ejare, who is the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. We'd like to once again say big greetings to all friends who are watching this historic commissioning live on the JoyNews channel on GTV, the station of the nation, and also TV3, as well as many other streaming platforms on various social media handles. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Country Director of the IFC, Mr. Carl Kalafa. The Bank of Ghana have a strong team representing the Governor, made of the Director of External Facilities Projects Administration, Mrs. Emilia Awuviri, ably supported by Mr. Kwesi Owusu, who is an Assistant Director. Also, we acknowledge the presence of the CEO of the Minerals Commission of Ghana, Mr. Isaac Tando. The UNDP is represented here today by Mr. Neloy Banerjee. Also, we duly acknowledge the presence of a Deputy Chief of Staff of the Presidency of Ghana, Mr. Sam Dube. Your Excellency, we also duly acknowledge the presence of Senior Presidential Aide, Mrs. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? And now, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, Naname, good people of Ghana, as we get closer and closer to the much-awaited commissioning speech of the First Gentleman of the land, it gives me much pleasure to welcome here to the podium a fine gentleman who is easily described as a business leader, a visionary, an industrialist, and a philanthropist. Over years in terms of business practice, he has distinguished himself amongst many, not only because he's able to dream, but because he's able to actualize the dreams by driving people to get to work. Today, we sit on a piece of land which has now become a strategic point in the turnaround story of the economy of Ghana. It is not by accident that the whole business community in Ghana, especially the industrialists, decided to vote him and confer on him the position of Vice President of the Association of Ghana Industries. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please help me with a big round of applause to welcome the chairman of the B5 Plus Group, Mr. Mike Mukesh Takwani.
Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, so after you speak, you do the video.
Hey, you can show the video now.
While you're playing.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Elizabeth Ofusu Azare, Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Honorable Emmanuel Armand Kofi Bua, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Sam Nate George, our MP, Member of Parliament for Ningo Prampram, Honorable Minister of Energy, Dr. John Abdullah Jinapur, His Excellency Charge d'Affaires, Indian High Commissioner to Ghana, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished captains of industry, development partners, our dear chiefs and queen mothers, esteemed members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, wish to stand on to welcome you. All existing protocols observed on this historic event. It is with deep humility and immense pride that I stand before you today as B5 Plus commissions yet another milestone in Ghana's industrial journey. The steel ball mill and textile mill, manufacturing plant, and the expansion of our pre-engineering building, PEB fabrication systems, a strategic facility aligned with Ghana's industrial transformation agenda under Your Excellency's visionary 24 hours economy policy. Today is not merely the opening of a factory, it is the expansion of Ghana's industrial frontier. It is the strengthening of local manufacturing capacity. It is the deepening of value addition within our mining and construction sectors. Your Excellency, everything you see here, from the civil works to the structure fabrication, from the electrical installations to the way bridges, the automobile centers, the residential facilities and factory structures, has been designed, fabricated and constructed by Ghanaian hands in Ghana, 100% made in Ghana. Only the machinery was imported. The vision, execution, engineering, and commitment are Ghanaians. This is what industrial confidence looks like. With this commissioning, B5 Plus now produces all type of structure steel sections, grinding media balls for the mining industry, expanded pre-engineering building, PEB fabrication facility, heavy industrial structures including warehouses, tankers, trailers and factory systems. Your Excellency, Ghana is one of Africa's leading gold producers. Yet, the true measures of national prosperity is not only what we extract from beneath our soil, but what we build above it. Today I speak not only as a manufacturer, but as a Ghana-based industrial partner committed to advancing your vision of a 24 hours economy. An economy that works around the clock, powered by local production, local talent, and local ambition. This is more than manufacturing. It is a foundation of a self-reliant industrial base and a mining-powered transformation of our nation. Across Ghana and West Africa, the annual requirement of grinding media balls exceeds 200,000 metric tons. Ghana alone has the industrial capacity to produce over 200,000 tons per annum, with B5 Plus currently having a capacity of 120,000 tons annually. Yet, Ghana's domestic consumption stays at approximately 70,000 tons per annum, and a significant portion continues to be imported. Your Excellency, this represents an opportunity. We respectfully propose stronger protective measures for local industry, including enhanced anti-dumping duties on imported grinding media balls and steel products, or where appropriate, structured restrictions to ensure that Ghanaians' manufacturing capacity is fully utilized before imports are considered. This is not protectionism, this is strategic industrial policy. B5 Plus has proudly served Ghana's mining sector for more than 2 decades. We have become backbone of the mining supply chain, not by privilege, but by performance. Our grinding media balls supplied to goldfields have consistently exceeded performance expectations, where the industry target consumption rate stood at 720 grams per ton. Our products achieved approximately 702 grams per ton, saving 18 grams per ton, and delivering measurable consumption efficiencies of nearly 3% extra advantage. The context in grinding media lower consumption is better. It means our balls last longer and deliver more value per ton of core processed. This is Ghanaian manufacturing delivering global standards. If Ghana can imagine it, we can fabricate it. Today, B5 Plus is not only steel producer, we are the producers of entrepreneurs' excellency. We are proud of that. With branches across major regions of Ghana, we serve real estate developers, mining companies, oil and gas operations, fabricators, distributors and retailers, infrastructure contractors, and users. We are a true one-stop industrial steel hub. We employ directly and indirectly over 15,000 Ghanaians, contributing significantly to domestic manufacturing growth and foreign exchange retention. For over a decade, we have proudly remained a member of Ghana Club 100, demonstrating consistency, quality, and economic contribution. Our operations are Kaizen-driven and ISO certified by TUC North Germany, reflecting global production standards. We have received multiple awards, nationally, regionally, and internationally, for excellence in manufacturing, service delivery, and innovation. Your Excellency, industrialization must be sustainable. B5 Plus has commissioned a 16.5 megawatt rooftop solar power plant already operational. An additional 16.5 megawatt installation is underway, bringing total renewable capacity to 33 megawatt by year end. For self-consumption only, powering our manufacturing operations with clean energy. This demonstrates that heavy industry and green transition can coexist. B5 Plus believes industry must uplift society. Free national blood donations exercises, educational sponsorship programs, support to sports and community institutions. During COVID-19, we supplied free medical oxygen to government and private hospitals for over 25 months. Education is especially close to our heart. Your Excellency, with your encouragement during your previous administration, the seed of DPS International School was planted. Today, that institution produces students entering elite universities such as MIT, Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College, King's College, UCL, and many more, flying Ghana's flag high globally. We now seek land allocation to establish a police station to enhance security and safety. We have requested our Honorable MP, Sam George, to allocate land for police station and a school as well as daily 5,000 daily workers and the persons they move around this facility. To secure this infrastructure is essential. Under Your Excellency's agro-industrial agenda, B5 Plus is committed to expanding into large-scale industrial agriculture, contributing to food security and agro-processing value chain. Industry and agriculture must grow together. Your Excellency, to scale to the next level and fully support the 24 hours economy, we respectfully request strategic policy support. Large-scale industrial equipment and key raw materials require fiscal incentives to remain competitive regionally. Access to domestic scrap from public institutions will strengthen local steel recycling and reduce imports. Currently, raw materials and finished grinding media balls attract the same tax, 5%. This weakens local value addition. In Asia, finished exports are incentivized. Ghana must protect its manufacturers. We request anti-dumping safeguards. Our products Ghana can already produce, not only for Ghana, but for the export market as well, with international quality standards. Products like rebars, nails, binding wire, galvanized mesh, wire mesh, PB structures, grinding media balls, tankers and trailers, and many more. Without protective measures, unfair imports undermine domestic industry. Your Excellency, B5 Plus is one of the leading manufacturers of pre-engineering buildings, rebars and structural steel in West Africa and among the largest on the continent. Yet we continue to see imported prefabricated structures and steel products entering the mining sector and private sector, often with exemptions, despite the availability of world-class local alternatives. Every unnecessary import represents foreign exchange leaving Ghana, jobs not created locally and industrial capacity underutilized. We respectfully urge stronger enforcement of local content policy to ensure that Ghanaian manufacturers are given first consideration. Steel manufacturing depends on scrap and its primary raw material. We also urge the captains of industry present here today to create the synergy. Let us engage in intertrade, support one another, and prioritize goods produced right here in Ghana. When we buy from each other, we build each other. Despite holding valid land titles, we continue to face operational challenges. We are really grateful to our Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry, Elizabeth Afuso Azare, and our Honorable Minister, Honorable Sam George, our MP for Ningo Prampram, and the Minister of Communication for their assistance. Their consistent assistance has been given. That is why we've been able to expand to this level, and with their support, we are trying to see the long-lasting solution for the land issues we are having here. Thank you very much, Honorable Ministers, our Agro Minister, our Industrial Minister, and our Honorable Sam George. We express our deepest gratitude to our financial partners, IFC, Norfund, Stanchart Bank, EcoBank, APSA, UBA, and our other financial partners, whose confidence in our vision has been instrumental in our growth. We also thank our suppliers, our valued customers across all industries, and most importantly, our dedicated workers. Without their belief and resilience, this achievement would not be possible. Your Excellency, B5 Plus is not waiting for the 24-hour economy. We are already operating within it with your blessings. We stand ready to expand capacity, save millions in foreign exchange, create thousands of additional jobs, deepen local beneficiation, position Ghana as a steel and fabrication hub in West Africa, and ready to contribute momentarily to the big push agenda. We are prepared to partner government fully in building a self-reliant industrial Ghana. Ghana has the resources, Ghana has the entrepreneurs, Ghana has the industrial ambition. Under your leadership, Your Excellency, Ghana can move from being merely a mining country to becoming a mining-powered industrial nation. Let us build our mother Ghana together. Let us manufacture what we consume. Let us export what we produce. Let us create jobs with dignity. Let us transform local content into national prosperity. Long live Ghana, long live Ghanaian industry, and may God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you.
Would also like to say maximum congratulations to you, Mr. Mike Mukesh Takwani, Chairman of the B5 Group, for traveling this very, very arduous journey with a lot of determination and with a lot of wit and bringing the whole team together. Shall we all appreciate Mr. Mike Mukesh Takwani with another big round of applause? Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, days like these are great days of pride for parents. And today we're glad to acknowledge the presence of Madame Pameshwari Takwani, the mother of our chairman who's here with us. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? The many years of training have resulted in growing one of this country's foremost industrialists and businessmen. Also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Managing Director of CalBank, Mr. Johnson Oware. Shall we do a big round of applause? At this time, I would also like all of us as a collective to do one very big round of applause for the hard-working staff of B5 Plus. You are the men and women who make it happen. Shall we do a big round of applause for them? And now, before the much-awaited commissioning speech, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to once again welcome the very talented kids of DPS International School to start things off with a special performance. Shall we welcome all of them with another big warm round of applause?
Put your hands together.
नारे दिल परदेसी नू तैनू नितदार होना पै जाऊगा नाल रंजेठे जोगी दे तैनू जोगण होना पै जाऊगा इश्क दे लिया जख्मां दे खुदा सास के मुंह सी लांगी जे यार मेरा मैनू जहर दे मैं घट घट करके पी लांगी दिल पर देसी नू तैनू नितदार होना पै जाऊगा नाल रंजेठे जोगी दे तैनू जोगण होना पै जाऊगा
Make wanna start to break your body, the wine from the first
Well, I was hearing some light applause. I think we can do it better for them. The Association of Ghana Industries, of which the chairman, Mike Bukesh-Takwani, serves as vice president, have a heavy presence here, led by their president, Mr. Seth Jum Akwabwa. Shall we do a big round of applause in welcoming him? We're very grateful to the whole team from the Association of Ghana Industries for the massive support. Honorable Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, friends from the Diplomatic Corps, CEOs and heads of SOEs, Neneme, Naname, our friends from the media, hard-working staff of the B5 Plus group, good people of Ghana joining us physically and virtually, ladies and gentlemen. When you go to the Akan-speaking areas of our country, they like to call him Abebu, meaning you have returned. But when you come to the Gadambe-speaking areas of our country, we like to refer to him as Udeo Opio, which means when you say it, you fulfill it. Or when you say it, you do it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you to a son of the soil who many years ago as a young man also dreamt of having a future where he could play his own role in helping in bending and moving the wheels of our beloved nation, Ghana. As fate would have it, he has found himself leading at the level of representing the people from Parliament, representing the people from various organizations, and most importantly, representing the people from the highest seat of service, which is the presidency of Ghana. Today, he comes here with a message of hope, a message of cooperation, and a message to invigorate and also energize all of us to look forward to ensuring that our country becomes the industrialized nation and the hub of trade in West Africa. Today he brings us a message of strategic planning and a message that will also go to empower others in industry to look ahead to doing big things and making Ghana a significant place not only in West Africa but on the African continent. Good people of Ghana, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with great pleasure I welcome the first gentleman of the land, the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Kindly resume your seats. Thank you. His Royal Majesty Nene Oswagbo Jamna the 12th, Chief and President of the Ningo Traditional Council, His Majesty Nene Tetewaka, the third Paramount Chief of Pram Pram, the Group Chairman of B5 Plus, Mr. Mike Takwani, and his spouse, Ministers of State here present, Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, CEOs of various institutions, management and staff of B5 Plus, members of the security agencies, our friends from the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks more than the expansion of a factory. It marks the expansion of Ghana's industrial ambition. The Phase 2 expansion of B5 Plus is not an isolated investment. It is part of a broader structural shift in our economy, from dependence on raw material exports to value-added industrial production. Steel consumption is a strong indicator of industrial development. Across emerging economies, per capita steel consumption rises in tandem with infrastructural growth, urbanization, and industrial expansion. Ghana's annual steel demand is estimated at over 1.2 million metric tons, driven mainly by construction, energy infrastructure, mining, and manufacturing. Historically, a significant portion of this demand has been met through importation, and which have placed pressure on our foreign exchange reserves. The expansion of this facility strengthens domestic capacity to substitute those imports, to save us foreign exchange, to improve our trade balance, to stabilize our supply chains, and to reduce exposure to global price volatility. If we reduce steel imports by even 20 to 30% annually, the foreign exchange savings alone could amount to hundreds of millions of dollars. This is what industrial sovereignty is about. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana is uniquely positioned in West Africa. We are politically stable. We host the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area. We have deep water ports in Tema and Takoradi. We have an expanding energy infrastructure. So this creates a strategic opportunity for domestic and foreign investors. Under the African Continental Free Trade Area, a market of 1.4 billion people with a combined GDP exceeding 3 trillion is gradually opening up for intra-African trade. Steel products manufactured here in Ningo can serve the ECOWAS construction markets, the Sahelian infrastructure projects, mining operations across West Africa, cement and mineral processing industries across the whole sub-region. Instead of importing steel from Asia or Europe, West Africa can source competitively from Ghana's manufacture. This is a regional value chain integration in real practice. Industrial capacity requires raw material security. Ghana generates substantial volumes of scrap metal annually. Through construction, demolition, vehicle imports, and industrial activity. For too long, a significant portion of that scrap had been exported in its raw form. By restricting non-ferrous scrap exports, The government ensures local processors have priority access to raw material for their production. This policy of banning non-ferrous scrap is expected to boost processed metal exports by $250 to $300 million annually. It will also create 5,000 to 10,000 new jobs. It will increase tax revenues through value-added tax, corporate taxes, and pay as you earn. And I want to note that B5 Plus Group is one of GRA's very good payers. But they say the audits are too many. If you audit once a while, it's okay. You can't come and audit every year. And they've paid more than 300 million cedis in taxes and are looking to exceed 500 million very soon. We are moving up the value chain. We're exporting finished and semi-finished products, not raw scrap. Under the Big Push infrastructure program, government is investing heavily in roads and highways, railway modernization, bridges and interchanges, energy transmission lines, affordable housing, and industrial parks. All these I have mentioned require iron and steel. Africa is projected to require over 100 billion annually in infrastructure development. West Africa alone faces significant infrastructure deficits. If Ghana develops a strong steel base, we will not only build our own roads and bridges, we will also supply steel to the whole sub-region. This is how infrastructure becomes industrial strategy. The 24-hour economy program is particularly relevant to energy-intensive industries such as steel manufacturing. And I had the honor and privilege yesterday to sign the 24-hour authority bill into law. And I know that B5 Plus Group is one of the first companies that will register under the 24-hour economy initiative. Steel production benefits from continuous operation to reduce energy wastage, improve furnace efficiency, lower unit production costs, and maximize asset utilization. With dedicated industrial tariff reforms, improved grid stability, and expanding domestic gas supply, manufacturing can operate competitively beyond the traditional hours. The allocation of 110 million Ghana cedis in the 2026 budget to operationalize the 24-hour initiative program reflects our seriousness. When factories run 3 shifts instead of 1, employment rises, productivity increases, and exports expand. We've been engaged in fiscal reform in order to support industry and business. In the 2026 budget, we've introduced measures that directly benefit manufacturers. We abolished the COVID-19 health recovery levy. We reduced the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%. We've introduced digital VAT monitoring systems, and we're reviewing the income tax, customs, and excise regimes. Predictable tax policies lower uncertainty, the lower compliance friction, and reduce operational costs. Digital systems reduce leakages and unfair competition. Industrial investors must compete on productivity and not navigate through unpredictability. Ghana's mining sector, gold, bauxite, manganese, and lithium, requires significant steel inputs for crushing and grinding, structural reinforcement, heavy equipment maintenance, and mineral processing. With expanding mineral processing initiatives and our commitment to local content in mining, domestic steel manufacturing will become strategically important. We must integrate mining and metal processing into a coordinated industrial ecosystem. At full capacity, facilities such as this we're going to commission today create direct factory employment, technical and engineering jobs, transport and logistics employment, SME supply chain opportunities, apprenticeship and vocational training opportunities. Industrialization deepens skills development. It creates metallurgists, mechanical engineers, industrial technicians, quality control specialists, and plant managers. That competence is what transforms a nation from an importer to a producer. As host of the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, Ghana has a responsibility to demonstrate that continental integration can deliver tangible results. Regional trade must move beyond speeches and communiques. Regional trade must translate into factories exporting to neighboring countries. And B5 Plus is a practical demonstration of that effort. Ladies and gentlemen, industrial transformation does not happen overnight. It is a process, and it requires strategic policy, a stable macroeconomy, private sector confidence, infrastructure investment, skilled labor, and regional integration. So today's commissioning signals that Ghana is moving on the right path. Let me commend the board, management, and especially the staff of B5 Plus for your confidence and hard work in advancing this enterprise and raising Ghana's industrial potential. I also want to salute the traditional authorities and people of La Pleku for welcoming industrial growth in your community. It is a positive for industrial expansion to continue to take place because it provides employment for our young people in the area. And so I urge those who are litigating the land behind here to resolve the issue quickly so that B5 Plus can continue with their expansion. And so on behalf of the government and people of Ghana, it is my honor to declare the second phase expansion of the B5 Plus steel manufacturing facility duly commissioned. May this investment strengthen Ghana's economy, deepen our regional trade, and contribute to Africa's industrial renaissance. May God bless B5 Plus, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. I thank you.
We're grateful to you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, can we do one more big round of applause for His Excellency in appreciation? In the final element of the celebration we're having today, we'll perform a very, very important rite, which will be to symbolically cut cake to mark the commissioning of the second phase of the B5 Plus set of factories. But once again, we'd like to extend our gratitude to His Excellency the President for this very important gesture. Before we perform this very important ride, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Executive Director of UBA, Mr. Daniel Sapong, representing the Executive Team and the Managing Director. Thank you very much, sir. And also the Regional Director for West African North Fund, Nana Wilful Finn. Shall we do a big round of applause? And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, with great respect, we welcome President, our special guest of honor, ably supported by Mr. Mike Bukesh Takwani, and our ministers of state and the member of parliament, as well as the chargé d'affaires of the Indian High Commission in Ghana, to support for the cutting of this cake. Mrs. Takwani, respectfully, can you join us? Mrs. Sanya Takwani, wife of the chairman, shall we please join us? Thank you very much. And so we'll do a countdown from 10 to 0. The knife would have gotten to the bottom of this cake. And so together, family will do a countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Hip hip! Hip hip! Congratulations, we're very grateful to you. And now at this time, I would like to invite Madame Alexa, the Health, Safety and Environment Manager here, to give us a brief safety briefing before we embark on the special tour led by His Excellency the President. Can we now welcome the HSE Manager? Thank you.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, the Ambassadors, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Parliament Members, Nananom, CEOs, distinguished guests, all protocols duly observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. Before we begin the optional factory tour, I would like to give a short safety briefing. This is a live industrial facility with moving equipment, vehicles, and hot surfaces. Your safety is our first priority, so we ask that you listen carefully and follow these guidelines at all times. Every guest joining the tour must wear the PPE provided by our safety officers. The safety helmets, high visibility reflector vests, face masks, earplugs, and where required, safety glasses. Our team will help you put these on correctly. If your PPE feels loose or uncomfortable, please tell a safety officer immediately so we can adjust it. You must keep this PPE on for the entire duration of the tour. The tour will be conducted in small groups. Each group will have a safety officer in the front, a safety officer in the back, and a security officer leading on a predefined route. Please walk only with your group and do not leave or overtake the group. Do not enter any sites, stairs, or platforms unless specifically invited to do so by a safety officer. You will notice yellow lines and marked pedestrian paths on the factory floor. These show the safety walking routes and separate pedestrians from vehicles and equipment. Please walk strictly within the yellow lines and do not step in production zones or vehicle lanes at any time. Our safety officers and security personnel are here to keep you safe. Please follow all instructions immediately when given. Stop when asked to stop. And do not cross any barriers, chains, or warning signs. If at any point you feel unwell, tired, or unsure, please inform the nearest safety officer. We will escort you to a safe rest area. For your own safety, please do not touch any machinery, panels, control buttons, handrails of moving equipment or materials, unless explicitly allowed by your guide. Surfaces may be hot, sharp, or moving. Also, no photography or video recording is allowed inside the plants and workshops, unless explicitly cleared by the safety and corporate affairs teams. Please keep your mobile phones in your pockets or bags during the tour to avoid distraction and trip hazards. To keep the program on schedule and avoid congestion in production areas, we ask that you keep working with your group. All technical or commercial questions can be asked once we return to the starting point, where our teams will be happy to answer in details. In the unlikely event of an alarm or instruction from a safety officer, please do not panic. Immediately follow the directions of your safety officer and security escort. Walk calmly along the marked route to the nearest safe assembly point. Our teams are trained, equipped, and will be with you at all times. You are in safe hands, and we are monitoring the tour continuously. If you have difficulty in walking, any mobility constraints, or are wearing open-toe shoes or very high heels, dizziness, asthma, pregnancy concerns, we advise you do not join the shop floor tour for your own safety. A comfortable waiting area will be available. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Our aim is for you to enjoy seeing the plant while remaining completely safe. The safety team will now guide you to collect your PPE from groups for the factory tour. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Alexa is the HSE manager here at B5 Plus. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the chairman, Mr. Mike Mukesh Takwani, will do a brief symbolic presentation to His Excellency before the final element of this part of the program. Shall we welcome him now? And now to present the second part of the program into the hands of Allah, we welcome our Muslim brothers led by Adam Abdullahi to give us a Muslim prayer. Shall we welcome Adam Abdullahi and the team to give us a Muslim prayer? Let us all remember as well that we have entered the holy month of Ramadan, and we have to always remember our Muslim brothers and sisters in our prayers while they also intercede on our behalf.
Alhamdulillah, summa salatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ba'd. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim, siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amin. اللهم أنت نور السماوات والأرض ما فيهن وأنت القيوم السماوات والأرض ما فيهن اللهم أنت الحق ووعدك الحق ولقاؤك الحق والجنة حق النار حق والنبيون حق ومحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم حق والساعة لا ريب فيها وأن الله بصم في القبور. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تهول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا بها جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتعنا اللهم بأسمائنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا ما أحييتنا واجعله وارث منا واجعل ثارنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا على من أعدانا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا تسلط علينا من لا يخافك فينا ولا يرحمنا لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه الأجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.
We're grateful to you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nathaniel Atwa. It's been a pleasure serving all of you. And at this time, His Excellency the President will exchange pleasantries with some of our friends, after which he will lead the tour in the first cart. His Excellency will also now light the special flame. And so, ladies and gentlemen, immediately after His Excellency lights the flame, he will lead all the members of the days for the first tour. The second team will be our friends from Customs and GRA. The third team will be your friends from the banks. The third, the mining companies. The fourth will be the insurance companies. And then the shipping companies and suppliers. And then government departments and customers. Thank you very much. We also acknowledge the presence of Mr. Charles Hanna, who is the CEO of the H&M Group. And so at this time, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency will be part of the first cart, together with the chairman, as part of the first group touring. Immediately after this, we'll have our friends from Customs and GRA, and then our friends from the banks, the mining companies, the insurance companies, shipping companies and suppliers, and then government departments and the Ghana Immigration Service, as well as customers. Immediately after this as well, our guests will be ushered into the tents for the service of lunch. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we will go in this order. The President and Ministers of State and members of the days. After that would have Customs and GRA. And then our friends from the banks, friends from the mining companies, friends from the insurance sector, and then shippers and suppliers, government departments and the Ghana Immigration Service, and then customers. All of these will go in various batches, as I have announced. Thank you very much. and gentlemen, after the president, would have customs and GRA in one group, the banks in one group, the mining companies in one group, all insurance companies in a group, the shippers and suppliers in one group, government departments and Ghana Immigration Service in one group, and then our customers in one group. Thank you.